Hey Wizards, guess what? It is Kieran Trollcaller, and I'm back for another episode of the Myth Walkthrough. And guys, my goodness, it has been a long time in coming. We have done so many episodes, and we are now ready to go and stop Malistaire from bringing doom upon the spiral, right? Right, absolutely. But before we do that, let me go ahead and give you guys a rundown on the character so you guys know exactly where we are stats-wise, because this is all about Myth, all about the walkthrough. Let's go for it. So, first off, let's go ahead and jump into our character. So, right now I'm sitting at level 53. So, you could safely say if you're doing a majority of the quests, in fact, the only quests I haven't completed, okay, are, of course, I haven't gone on to Wintertusk yet. I mean, you could do that, but I haven't done Wintertusk yet, but I've done all of the first part of Grizzleheim. I haven't completed, obviously, Celestia quests. I have not completed the Barkingham Palace quest, so I haven't gone to free the Queen yet. I haven't done any fishing or photomancy, and I have not been able to finish the Colossus Boulevard. Well, I tried it solo, and I got all the way to the last boss, but the last boss really cheats bad, so, I couldn't survive that one. So, hey, but at some point, right? So, anyways, that's really, really good. You know, so you could probably guess, if you're going by experience, getting ready to go into Malistaires, you could be as high as level 53. And I don't think the rest of those quests would get you to level 54. So I think 53 is probably top level you can probably get here doing as many of those quests. I mean, there might be a few more quests out there that I missed somewhere, like special event quests that pop up, but I don't think it's enough to get you to 54. But anyways, level 53 is where I got. Not so bad, and that's doing every single quest you can get a hold of except for the ones I pointed out. I've got 8 training points left because of how I used them. Got plenty of gold. I spent some gold just recently, I'll tell you why. And everything's looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and look at stats. I'm at 47 percent attack, so that's pretty nice. I mean, at this level of game, to be able to do half again your damage, so for instance, if I'm doing a 100-point spell, that means every time I cast, I'm doing 147 points of damage. And that's without anything else happening. That's without blades, that's without traps, that's without everything. So that's really great. But not just that, I get 6 extra points of damage put on top of it as well. Okay, and that's what this category is. So for instance, if I have that same 100-point spell, I'm going to do 147 plus another 6, so about 153. Give or take, maybe maybe that percentage will change that a little bit, but right around there is what you're looking at. Not bad. So that's pretty good. Like for instance, if you're doing a spell that does 700 points of damage, okay, that means you're adding about 350 back one time. So that spell will do 1,000 every single time. Orthrus, or Ninja Pigs. That's why those spells are so powerful, you know, when you start getting these multipliers. And that's without blades, that's without traps, that's without a feint. So this is why these are probably your biggest numbers you want to watch for attacks. Now, I'll be honest with you, you know, I've just taken with whatever my gear gives me for resistance, so not a whole bunch of resistance, but I do bounce off 36 points of damage every single time because of the blemished opal. So using those jewels can really, really make a difference in how you're being hitting. I got plus 10% accuracy, which helps me out a lot as a myth character. In my upper level advanced character statistics, because of my pet, I get a critical rating. And this is the only reason, because critical rating does not really even come into the game until level 50. You don't start seeing a critical rating start to show up for your character until around level 50, or should we say Celestia. That's traditionally where it's been. But if you can get a pet, and you can train a pet, and you can get critical as one of the pet talents, like we did, okay, then you have that there. And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't take much of a critical rating for you to make critical hits. The way they redid the game and everything, you can do critical hits even with a low critical rating. So even a 10 critical rating gets you plenty of critical hits. So that's pretty awesome. Now, if we take a look at this, we got stun resistance of 1%, which is just the jewel I threw on. Healing, 18 in, 14 out, so that's the percentage more healing as it comes in and out. And that, I'll be honest with you, that is your biggest weakness you have as a myth character. You just don't have healing. I mean, you don't. There is not healing for the myth character. So if you can get yourself an amulet of a life amulet, okay, if you want to go buy one and then start adding healing spells into your deck, It might be worth it, guys. I'm going to do it without it, but, you know, that's something to think about. Now, pip conversion, that's a way high level. I don't think you even mess with this stuff until you get into third arc, so we're just going to ignore that. Power pips, we're sitting at 79%, which is pretty awesome. And to me, I think as you're starting, especially in the beginning of the game, this is probably your second biggest stat you want to be watching for, because you want those power pips. Those power pips will give you a 2-pip shot at things, and it's going to add up. That means you can cast spells quicker, you can move quicker. Now, as far as other stats, nothing else is really going to be there to help us. So let's talk about our deck and what we're going to be doing. Now, we're going to thin this deck out because we want to get in there. We want to hit quick, okay? And you know what? Let's see here. I've picked up a few. Well, we'll talk about the side kit for a little bit. But basically, the big hitters in here, Ninja Pigs, Orthrus, these are our boys right here. And I'm going to keep a frog in there in case I need to do a quick hit. I'm going to keep the Time of Legend because you never know. Plus, I've got my Feint necklace, which is really awesome. Minor Fire Scorcher. Well, I leave that there just to help with a trap, or I mean with weakness if I need it. There's my second Myth Blade, so I got a total of 3 blades. 1, 2, 3. And I've got my Bewilder, which gives me traps on all those things. So that works really well. So here's where we really got to think, because this is what's going to make us or break us, is going to be our side cards. Now, other spells that I might think about putting here in my main deck is I might bring Minotaur in, especially at the end, okay? Because minions are a strength of us, and if we have the minions to be able to throw out there to help distract and help take on other bosses, it might be worth it. I don't know. Really, the only fights I'm even slightly worried about are the fights towards the end. And we're going to give it a shot. I'm not sure if we can do this or not, but we're going to give it a shot. Some of the advantage is if we hop into these, we do have 3 monstrous cards. Unfortunately, we don't have any other hit cards besides that. This we can add to a spell to make it more powerful, so we could add these in. But I also went ahead and took some time, and I went ahead and bought shields. So we want to be really careful. Whatever fight we get into, we want to take a look and see what type of boss we're fighting, so we can throw up some shields that are going to give us a huge advantage in those fights. The nice thing about the monsters here or should we say the mobs and the bosses here in Dragonspire, especially in the end, they're not overly aggressive, I mean, it can be dangerous, but they're not going to be like knocking you down every chance. So I mean, we do have a chance to do this. So we are going to go ahead and make this a solo run, guys. Wow. Yep, we're going to try a solo run. We may or may not make it. We're going to find out in this video, guys, if we can make it, and hopefully we can. This is a tough dungeon, but I think there's hope. One final thing I want to point out to you guys is quests, okay? Now, this is particularly important if you are doing side quests. So notice stone roses. I have 2 stone roses, one in the Crown of Fire and one in the Dragon's Roost. So this is pretty important because these 2 right here, you only get when you get over there, okay? Like for instance, and also we got a last secret history over in the Great Spire. So what we want to do is we want to watch for those areas, because those areas are going to be huge for us, guys, so we can complete those quests. And we need to do it the first time because we don't want to have to come back around and do this again. So let's talk to our young battle drake. Okay, he already gave me the quest, and now we get to do one of the cool cinematics of the game.
It spreads its wings
First
and
arc.
takes flight.
Oh yeah, where we fly through the tunnels in the volcano. Woo! And this is why we need the drake, because we couldn't walk up there. And there wasn't a portal stone to get up there. This is the only way to get up there. So, luckily enough, we trained ourselves an awesome drake, and he's going to take us all the way up there. And I like to show cinematics off because I think it's fun. I think the cinematics help, make the game even cooler. So, here we go, guys.
All of our hopes go with you.
Fantastic. So, we are here, guys, and this is, what do they call this place? Oh, look, there's a place you can go straight back to. There we go. Now, I believe there's a rose or something up on here somewhere. But it's going to be, actually, I think it's actually up in here. Let's go take a quick look. Okay, now this right up here, if we if we look at our map, we are now in the Dragon's Roost, so we know that we've got some stuff here. So we want to make sure that there's a rose right there. I can even see it from over here, amazingly enough. So we're going to grab that because 1A, we don't want to have to come back for it.
You found the 9th stone rose.
Very good. We have one more stone rose to get, and it feels good to get all these knocked out. Okay, now something you guys might be aware of over here, we actually have a really cool crafting place. So this is a crafting anvil. I think there's certain types of gear you can only craft right here. I don't know which stuff it is. You know, it's kind of like the one over in Grizzleheim, but it is still there. We are going to jump in. If anybody wants to jump in, we're not going to have a problem with that. But we're not here to rush the game. This right here is an end game, is a third arc thing, but I'll leave that for when the third arc thing pops up. But I think we're going to hop in. Yeah, let's go do this thing, guys. It's time for the Great Spire. So let's head in there and let's see if we can beat Malistaire solo. Okay, so first off, this dungeon, like we talked about earlier, can be a challenge because, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of maze. So you got to watch for things like this where you get a little chain. See, these are like huge stone chains which go all the way across, and they become bridges so that you can get through some areas. Now, what we have to do is we have to get all the way down to the bottom, and this is going to be fun. So let's go ahead and keep it going here. So the Path of Scales. We'll follow this Path of Scales right here. Now, there's lots of neat stuff in here, but we're just gonna try to find our way through. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's been a while since I've gone through this dungeon, so some of the wandering might seem a little wandering. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get to an elevator. See, we're kind of in the middle of the volcano right now. Like, look at that right there. See that? I think that's one of the dragon's claws up there. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Oh, book pedestal, guys. That's one of the things we're looking for, so let's go ahead and take care of that now.
This tome is...
There we go. And we'll just move through that for right now, but there we go. So now I have completed that quest here, so that's one of the last quests I was talking about. The last stone rose is right where Malistaire is, so we're not going to see that for a while. So right now we're going to focus on getting through this. Now, this can be a really big maze that you got to be careful of. So, and I'll tell you what, I've gotten lost here before. So what we want to do is we want to get on the elevator that takes us up. And there's probably some really cool secrets in this place that I have not found. Okay, but because my goal, whenever I've been in here, it's either to get a rose or to complete. Now, you see, if we go across here, you know, oh, that's not the quest that we're on. We're trying to beat Malistaire Drake. Okay, so what we need to do is avoid getting in these fights. Okay, that can be done. So let's go ahead and take these guys down. Very good. Okay, I'm going to beat these guys, and I'll bring it back as soon as we can declare victory. Okay, guys, I'm back again. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to that lower tower there. So we're going to come up, we're going to come over here and see right over here, guys. This is where we want to go because we need to get up that ladder. So let's see here. I wonder if it'll let us get on the elevator right here. I think it will. Yes. Okay, so this is going to take us up, guys, and boom. Oh, cinematic time. Isn't this cool? Going up to the Grand Spire. Fantastic. We are getting closer and closer every minute. Now, there is one boss fight that we do have to do. I believe we're going to see them up here. But we're getting up to the next level now. And boom. Here we go. So there we go, guys. Now, this is the entrance to the Grand Spire right over here. But guess what? When we get all the way over here, the door is locked. So we have to find a crystal, guys. So I believe the crystal is going to be either on one side or the other. I forget. Like there's Gurtok Firebender over here, and here is Gurtok Piercer. So I don't think we can get past both of them. We might be able to sneak past. I don't know. I haven't had any luck sneaking past any of these jokers today, right? So let's give it a shot. It might let me... Oh, I got past. Fantastic. Okay, guys. So what we're looking for is we're looking for the key, and I think we have to go through this tunnel here to get through it. So let's just zip in this way, the Howling Cave, because what we have to do is we have to find that key. Now, there are some wandering mobs, so you want to be careful not to be caught up in this wandering mob hysteria. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. That would definitely be a crew you don't want to get into. Okay, so let's see if we can do this without getting caught. Come on, spiders. Okay, guys, let me take care of this. I'll be back. Okay, guys, we just finished this area. Okay, so notice we actually made it over here to the crystal stand. Fantastic. So we got to be able to put a crystal here. And now the door unlocks. Fantastic, guys. So we need to go all the way back around. So let me go all the way back around. We'll go through the Dragon's Maw this time. There's no lava in here. Yeah, well, there is lava in here, but I mean, it's in different places. Maybe there's a chance that I won't get pulled into another fight. Oh, yes. Thank goodness. Okay. And of course, you know, there's some more guys in here. Are those guys just elites, or is that a boss running around? Well, yeah. Timok, great. Well, I'm happy not to fight him as well. Very, very cool. Okay, guys, so that's all you have to do is you have to go over there on the crystal thing, and you have to add the crystal. Now we just have to get back to the actual door, because now the door is unlocked. And here we are, guys. Not that terrible of a dungeon. You just have to watch out for a few things that'll get in your way. So here we go. Crown of Fire. Very nice, guys. So there's a rose in here that we want to make sure we don't miss, because I hate having to come back for this stuff and do the whole dungeon again just for the rose. So I'm always aware of it. But I think the rose is up there around Malistaire, so I'm not worried about it yet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get to go into these big chambers. I like how the doors open for you. Very nice, very nice. Now this is where we can see whether we're going to be able to have the skills to do this or not. Okay, so those are the grand doors to get to him, okay? Notice we have, oh, there's only 3 on each side? It's probably because I'm in here solo. Thank you. This will make life a little bit easier. So we have to defeat both sets of these guys for us to get in. So let's hop on in here, and let's see if we can take these guys on. I forget how much health they have. So basically, we're 3 fights away from finishing the first arc and stopping Malistaire. Can we do it, guys? The truth is, what could possibly hold us back? Ha ha ha. Okay, so we're going to easily strategize this. When you have something like Orthrus with you, it really, really, really helps you in this game, I'll tell you what. And when you have 3 characters like that, I mean, they're throwing weaknesses at you and everything. What's nice is they're all starting with 1 pips. It's not like later in the game where your opponent guys will start off with like 2 or 3 more pips than you do. They all start off with 1 pip like you should, and you're starting off with 2 pips if you have the right wand. So you're definitely in an advantage. Plus, you know, if you've got the pips like I do, the power pips, and you have a high power pip percentage, you're getting all those power pips. So we are in a position now to finish this off almost with. They'll probably hit me because they all got 3 pips now, so we'll see how bad it goes. Oh, yeah. See, likely enough, Ice tends not to be as aggressive as some of the other schools because they tend to be a tank class. So that works to our advantage here. We're going to have to probably come back and finish him off. Unless we critical and make a big enough hit to finish him off. So let's see. Orthrus, can you finish all 3 of these guys? Nice, critical. I mean, with 2 blades, should go to plan, right? And look at that. Haven't even taken any damage on my health. So we're about to see if we can. Yeah, look at that. So if the critical sticks with this guy, we beat him. If not, we're gonna have to. Oh, it didn't get that guy. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so 184. You know, we're gonna try something here. We're gonna go ahead and do the will cast, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the fire scorch, and we're gonna see what that'll do. It looks like he's still gonna get a hit off at us. Ooh, that's a snowman. Not a problem. We can definitely handle that. Now, depending on our hits, you know, if we get a good enough boost, ouch, that was strong there. 445. Yeah, you don't want to get hit with a couple of those. So that's why your AoEs are so important. Okay, we got this guy. Because guess what? our Myth Assist. Very, very nice. This is one of the reasons why that Myth Assist can be super helpful. This is going to go ahead and finish him off. Boom. It's like getting an extra hit. You just need to kind of keep it in your back pocket for when it's something important. Like that. And, you know, since you get the big boost on Myth Attack, it helps out a lot. Very good. Robe of the Greatest Saga. Very nice. Okay, guys. So, now I'm going to look at my health. I think we can handle this guy. It's the same fight, just, you know, just have to do it over again. So we have to go ahead and finish these guys off before we can get into the next room. Very good. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and just take out a couple things we're not going to need. And let's get this going. Okay, they get first hit too. Oh, wow, they're throwing the tower shields up. That can drag out a fight. That's the worst part about ice guys, ice opponents, is that tower shield when they start dragging that out. Very, very annoying thing. Let's see here. Let's put a second blade up, and maybe if we can get an Orthrus, and maybe we can do a crit with an Orthrus. You know, maybe we can go ahead and get these guys all down with one shot. That guy's apparently feeling a little weak. You know, he's throwing up he's getting all the shields. Okay. So, let's Orthrus them. And if we get a crit, we might be able to finish all three of them in one hit. Ooh. Looks like they're going to get a few more hits in than the other guys did over the way. Crossing our fingers, we get a complete finish on these. Okay, go for it. Orthrus, my friend. Hey, and the other advantage is we don't have a weakness on us. See, last round with these three guys, we had a weakness on us, so that kind of took care of it. Okay, if we can't finish them, I'd be surprised. Let's see how the numbers all add up. 1, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? 2, very nice, and 3. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very, very good. Okay. Now, I will tell you guys, this is a really, I love the big end to this, but don't let this stuff fool you guys. This is a fairly easy end of a world compared to stuff that's coming for us later on in the game. Yeah, I mean, it truly is. Now, we're going to stop right here and we're going to take a good look. Okay, so we're dealing with death. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and load up our extra deck right now, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and give us some defense, and we're going to do defense against life and death. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and throw up some shields. We got a whole bunch of guys in there in the wings ready to come out and give us a hand as well. And you know what, let's go back here to our main deck, and let's just go ahead. You know, do we need to put our Minotaur friend in here? Right here, Minotaur Main. This guy is rock and roll. We'll put him in there just in case. Okay, so to be able to get to Malistaire, now we have to fight these guys. I'm going to go ahead and fully heal up before we get into the fight. And then after that, we have the big Malistaire fight. So let's go ahead and knock these guys down. And then, guys, it's all or nothing, right? All or nothing. Okay, I don't think we're going to need them. Taking a look at who we have to deal with. Let's go ahead and get a blade up. Let's see what they're going to do. Ooh, okay. Throwing the traps up right away. Okay. I'm pretty excited. I've never soloed the Malistaire dungeon. And I'll be honest with you, I never would have thought I could even solo with a myth guy. You know, there's been a lot of changes to the game, and also my knowledge on running a strong character, doesn't matter which school you're in, has really changed a lot since I ever thought of doing soloing stuff like this before. Okay, check it out. They haven't weaknessed me. They haven't put me in a bad position. Ooh, I need to feed my pet. Okay, and you know what? This is worth a risk. If we can take out Earthquake now, then we might not take any damage. Well, we took a little bit of damage because they struck early. Okay, let's see how it goes. This could be a bad call. If we can knock these guys out really quick, You know, that is usually what makes this area so difficult, is having to deal with 4 opponents on one. And luckily enough, you know, we are in a good position. I'll tell you what, those AoEs surely change the game. Okay, that's going to cause us an issue. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I get a critical out of it, you know, so it might be enough. Let's see. Very nice. Yeah, if it criticals all of them, we got it. If it doesn't critical all of them, that means we still have a fight to go with. One more left. Hey, hey. There's nothing to be unhappy about there. Okay, check it out. So Malistaire now. One more fight left. Are we ready to go take him on, guys? Yep. Are we ready? Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's go ahead and sneak up here. And guys, this is going to be exciting. Now here's what I want to make sure is in my deck. I got everything I need, guys. So let's go see if we can take on Malistaire. Okay.
Malistaire, this is
Cyrus, what's going on?
brother. Stop this madness at once.
His brother's
Dragon
coming to help.
Titan will no more serve you than he did the Lords of Dragonspire.
Okay, big end
Sylvia,
scene.
your wife, she's gone. There is no power in the spiral that can bring her back. Certainly not this.
Tell him there, Cyrus.
My brother, Cyrus. You have apparently lost your faith in
I
my
kind of
abilities.
like Malistaire's
How
staff there. That's a
unfortunate.
pretty cool
and
staff.
How blind of you.
I wish that was a staff we could get.
The Lords of Dragonspire lacked the will to command
okay,
the
here we go.
Dragon Titan. I am far
Yeah, he thinks he's stronger than they are, don't he?
I am the master of death. The Dragon Titan will do
Very
as I
cool.
command.
I like the
Lord
cinematics and
wished
everything.
To return my wife Sylvia to life so that she might rule.
That was a big
at
improvement
my
they did about
side.
2 years ago, I
Cyrus
believe.
holds up the knowledge crystal, storing Sylvia Drake's memories.
Here we go. Sylvia's memories.
I can see that in your madness there is no listening to reason. But perhaps you will listen to the sound of your own heart.
Here we go, guys. You do it. It's Sylvia.
Malistaire, please. It's me, Sylvia. Listen to me.
Okay.
You must stop this madness. The
Yes.
man I loved would never risk the lives of so many for his own desire.
There you go.
I
Listen.
love you. Please release me. Be happy and move on.
Come on, Malistaire. Do the right
Expected
thing.
Better of you, brother. You thought you could trick me with a
Oh,
mere
boy.
illusion? You'll pay for evoking my beloved Sylvia.
He's lost control. He's lost control. Malistaire, he's just out of control. Okay. Man, he just, like,
For
cleared him
my
out.
Great work,
It's up to us
the
now.
Summoning of the Dragon Titan.
Alrighty.
Stand aside, young wizard. You cannot hope to stop me.
Okay, so here we go. So here's who we have to fight. So we have the same type of scenario, except we have Malistaire this time, and we got those Soul Servants again. You know, it's not much, but 150 points of damage can make a big deal in some of these fights. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if we can win it, but we're going to go for it. Okay, so here we go. We are in the fight now. Now, if we have first, no, they're going to get it. Okay, guys. So if we're looking around, we need to get rid of these guys first and foremost. That's really the big deal here. We could probably, well, let's just go ahead and blade up. We don't want them to get to the point where they're hitting me every single round, because that is where doom comes. We can always do a reshuffle. We could always, like, go ahead and bring in, yeah. We could, you know, I'm not sure. This is going to be a tough one. So do we do it all? Do we go for the big one hit? Okay. You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Let's go ahead and put a shield up that's going to help us out. Okay. Depending on how hard Malistaire hits us, that's really the big deal. Yes. Yeah, we got to get rid of these minions. These minions are going to crush us if we don't do it. Yeah, and we don't want to lose our big death shield to a fairy. You know, it's a big hits we want to be careful of. Okay. Well, this is why I packed the shields, and it'll be okay for a bigger hit, but for right now, I think we just need to go ahead and bowl down and knock this guy out. Okay, Orthrus will take care of the minions, and then we're going to start packing everything for Malistaire. Ooh, see? These are the types of hits. If you start taking them from like almost everybody every round, this will wipe you out quick. What's this guy going to do here? Okay, that's fine. He can put shields on, he can put traps on me all he wants. Okay. So good. Our first play has done well. One Orthrus out the gate is going to wipe out all the minions. And then after that, Malistaire is just an 8,000. Oh. Okay, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay, jeez, that's, okay, we just got to go for it. We got to hit him hard before we get hit too many times. Ooh, I'm glad I put that shield up. That's going to save me about, well, it's going to save me, you know, a couple hundred. Hey, good, good. Those guys are waiting. Nice. And that's scary because those guys both could have hit me with a fairly good attack. Okay, here's hoping Earthquake can pull it out. Since I don't have any weaknesses on me or anything like that, I think we're in good shape here. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Soloing. Yep, we're doing the soloing. Okay, now did you notice Malistaire did not take all that much damage on that. And why is that guy still alive over there? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do a Humongo Frog to get rid of that Soul Servant because we do not need two of them coming in at us left and right. Okay, is he going to do a hit? Yeah, well, it's just a Dark Fairy, so we still got this. Yeah, so this is a good move. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the minion. And watch the attack. Okay, so we get a critical. You know, I mean, this could be 600 points of damage. How much does Malistaire actually take? 834. Okay, so he's not resisting too much. That's good. Okay. Oh, that guy resisted more. How funny. Okay, so here we go. It's mano a mano now. We have taken away the extras. We've got to pull it off on our own. So first, we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, should we bring in a guy to start doing some pounding? Why not? Let's go ahead and pull in a minion, and maybe he can distract Malistaire enough for me to go ahead and finish getting everything up and ready to go. Yep. So we're bringing one of these glacial walkers. We went ahead and farmed these guys over on over in what's that place called? Yeah, Grizzleheim. We went and farmed Grizzleheim. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and take our time, and we are going to put the feint on last because we don't want the Glacial Walker to use our feint. Now, here's the big possible worries we can get into here, is us getting hit too many times by attacks like this, because I did not pack any heals. Okay, that could be bad. Okay. So let's just keep it going. Game's not over yet. And we need to get our blades up ASAP. Okay? So hopefully our Glacial Walker is going to step up here and start working. Okay. See how he's hitting me? He's hitting us every round now? This is going to get dangerous. So we got to go ahead and get our blades and everything up ASAP because now it's a game of attrition. You know, we should go ahead and put another Death Shield up too. While we work it. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and draw, get that Death Shield up. Okay, and there we go. Our buddy is now going to go ahead and take a stab at him. That's good. Now, when you're playing with minions, one of the things you want to be careful about is if you have a big multiplier like a feint, which we do have, and we are going to use it. It's going to be a big thing. We don't want to use it. We don't want to give it to our minion to mess up. Does that make sense? Okay, looks like we're only going to get 2 blades on this attack, so we got to make everything count. Yeah, see, notice how he's just pulling spells out of the woodworks everywhere. He's not, it doesn't matter what school Malistaire, he's just pulling them out. And notice that his pips aren't getting any better either. He's just like, every round he's pulling out an attack. Now, if I had some healing action going on here, I don't think I'd be nearly as worried. So this is going to be really close. I've just got to get myself in the best position to do the biggest attack I can do. and Ninja Pigs is going to be our guys. You know, let's be honest with it. It's going to be Ninja Pigs. And then we got an Orthrus we can use right after if need be. Okay. Now, okay, got a Power Pip now, so this is not good. He can do some big hits now. So let's go ahead and throw every trap we have left on him, and then we can go ahead and shoot for it. Ooh, good thing I took them. Hey, look, I forgot our Ice Guy throwing us a little love there. You know, that was good. Very, very good. See, you can't, you know, can't discount shields, guys. Shields can be super, super useful in long fights like this. And I think we can do this. I think we can finish off Malistaire. Okay, good job. So he's going for it. Yeah, that Glacial guy, definitely a good minion. It was worth farming those guys. He's in there in the fight. He's throwing shields my way. Ice minions tend to be fairly strong, fairly strong monsters to go ahead and gather Animus on. Okay, guys. We got to do this thing. Did he just put a feint on me? I think he did. No, he didn't put a feint on me. It was just a regular trap. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Ninja Pigs or Orthrus? Orthrus is a little bit more. Let's go with Orthrus. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, we've gotten some really big hits, guys, but we only have 2 blades because I used the other blade on the other attack. Ooh. Can we hold out? Orthrus, can you bring us the win? Was it a bad call to bring Icy in? I think it was a good call to bring Icy in. Okay, only 2 blades. We did get the critical, we got the feint, we got the traps, we got the bubble. How big is that going to be? It's big enough, guys. Check it out. Solo the Malistaire dungeon. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's finish out the cinematics.
All I wanted was to free you from death.
Yes, Malistaire.
I've done so much to help bring you back.
Now he's a ghosty.
Oh, Malistaire, I'm in a better place. Come to me.
You give it to her,
Rest
Sylvia.
now, my love. You can rest now.
Love it. And there's the big eye of the Dragon Titan going back to sleep. I forgot to point that out, that he was watching the fight the entire time. Yes, Cyrus, we've done it.
It is unfortunate that you were drawn into such a dangerous battle, but you showed courage and
ingenuity. Oh yeah, we did it.
Beyond anything I could have imagined.
Thank you, Cyrus.
I have lost my brother. Though the true Malistaire was gone long ago. I will
understand.
return us both to Headmaster Ambrose's office now.
I've opened a portal leading there. I suggest you use it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And guys, there we go. We have soloed it out. And now, Malistaire's Wrathful Wrap, I wonder what that looks like. Some of the, you know, the gear that Malistaire gave out used to be some of the best gear you could get in the game until some of the other gear started showing. So I always like to stop and see, okay, like we got Malistaire's, there we go, Malistaire's Wrathful Wrap, which I can't even wear, which would be okay for Storm. Look at that. Pretty good Storm specs on there. And you get a Triton, too, as a spell. Very, very cool. But unfortunately, not for me. Okay, guys. So the last thing we need to do, because we're not going to take that portal back until we get the rose. And I think the rose is right around here. This is one thing I am not leaving without, because the only way to get to it again is to come through the entire dungeon once again. And look, there it is, guys. There's the rose. Let's go ahead and grab that.
You found the 10th
Found the 10th rose. And with that, guys, ooh, let's hear. And with that, that's a great picture. Let's go ahead and see that. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and with that, guys, unfortunately, that's all the time I have today. This is Kieran Trollcaller. I hope you guys have a great time. We have soloed Dragon Spire. We have gone all the way through every dungeon, and we have knocked it out. And you can do that as well. You know, this is Myth all the time. So, guys, hope to see you again. Don't forget, I do stream weekly. Go ahead and check out my Twitch at Kimise Gaming. And don't forget, if you like the video, hit that like button. And make sure you hit that subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. This is Kimise. I'm going to catch you guys later. Bye-bye.